You're the only one here. I don't like that you're way over here. Can we move you up?
Going live in 1 minute.
No, no, it's fine. I just want to make sure. I just don't know if we should have done it yet.
Hello. I honestly don't know that I can be quiet. Is that quiet?
No, 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 right here, right here. I mean, get, unless you misbehave. Then you have to back.
I grew up in a Baptist, and we always fill in from the back. You'll never come to the front unless you're late.
Here.
Okay.
You will. This will allow you to be heard
It's
on
a
YouTube.
project, I project.
I was saying,
My
in
speech
general.
during public, I project.
Yeah, come up here. Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute. So I have a question. Unrelated to this. I heard that 81-year-old Paul McCartney is selling tickets to a concert. Who would go hear an 81-year-old person sing? But it's gotta be expensive. You won't see that, yeah, that's not
So I'm going to turn on my mic for the live feed. So thank you. What a great crowd. Thank you for coming. Thank you. This was actually a suggestion from the city manager about having her staff here. So I'm going to turn it over to Jennifer, let her introduce everyone.
So, to the left is Chief Brad Hill. He's been our chief for, are we on 3 years? 3 years. And this is Jamie Wheeler. He is over the roads and public works and stormwater and water. So he's been here for almost 90 days.
Oh, I'll take notes for his review.
And this is Hugh. He is our building inspector, and he's been with us since March.
He's past his 9 days.
He's past his 9 days. He came from Forsyth County, so they were real strict over there. So we brought him over here, and he's doing us. He does great for us.
Mhm.
So we're happy he's here. And everybody knows Dr. Jerry White. He's our city planner, and Jerry, we've been working together for a long, long time. Yeah. So. And we're happy to always have Dr. Jerry White. And this is next to Jerry is Jen Williams, and Jen's been here for 2 or 3 years, 3.5 years, and she's our assistant city clerk. And this is Tiffany, and to my right, and she is our finance director, and she's been here for going on 4 years. I'm so off my dates here. And then of course you know the mayor, and
How long have I been here?
since November.
That long?
No, before that.
Well, before that she was a council member for several months, a long, long time. She said today, she says, "Has it only been a year?" About a year. We've worked hard. Yeah. Yeah. I will tell y'all this. This is the first mayor that I've had, and I've had several, that works every single day for several hours a day. So that's great, and we're very thankful that she's a hard-working mayor. And then we have Councilmember Christina Brown. And this is Tina's first term of 4 years, and she started in January, and she's been such a blessing to us.
She's our fact checker.
She is, and that's great because she sees things that some of us don't see. So it's great to have her eyes on everything too. So
And could we also say it is Dr. White's favorite council member, is Tina. There's no doubt about it. That's the thing. That's why we have.
So that's no.
That's why we have to put them on opposite ends.
Okay.
I said that to a council member. I said, you know who his favorite is.
Anybody who stands up on multiple occasions and says, "I've read Dr. White's report and you should too," gets my vote.
That's right. That's right. So, we're thankful that y'all are here tonight. And we want y'all to ask any questions that you have for us. And if we don't know the answer, we will certainly write it down and get back with you. So who wants to start? I guess the one. Oh, I guess the one that has.
I'm gonna make sure I ask questions just so I didn't plan. Yeah, I got it.
Well, we have live stream.
Okay, is that good?
Is it on?
Okay. I've got several, I'll just throw them out as I think of them. On our roads, on West Broad Street, what's the schedule to finish the striping? It's a little confusing kind of lost my walking path on the left-hand side, but then now if you look on the right, there's this white dotted line for a wide path, but then you get up to that last stop sign before 53, and the cars coming the other way think you're in their lane. So curious, what's the plan for that space and the finished striping?
So, Jamie, do you want to answer? Okay.
Can you hear me? According to the contractor, should be middle of next week when they're out here to do final striping on the whole road.
And the dot on the right side is parallel parking.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So that's not like.
So it looks, no, and if you realize that whole road has expanded, which is nice. Every road that we're going to do in the future is going to be, we're going to try to widen it if we can. But yeah, we will have some parallel parking that will go along with our Mulberry renovation.
So where do we walk? Because I walk from the cemetery to City Hall. And there used to be a wide area on the left where we stroll the grandkids and come up here safely, except for a little area of grass. So now we've been using that white area across the street just because now you've got a big drop off in pavement. So there will be a guardrail there. I'm not sure exactly how much
room there's gonna be, but Jamie will find out, and we'll let you know. I do have your phone number, so I will let you know that.
Thank you.
I'd like to piggyback onto that question. I just drove it, well, I drive it often, but I drove it just coming here. So when you're coming up Broad Street, here's the parallel parking potential, or gonna be. When you get to that stop sign that you talked about, the stop sign's over there,
Yeah.
but I'm over here. How are we gonna move that over here? Or, because if you don't know that it's,
They're just straddling that dotted white line once you get up to that stop sign, just to be.
Yeah, I don't know, I think people just don't know where to go. And I'm in the same boat, I'm like, where do I go, you know? But, Jamie, you wanna answer that question with, the sign?
When it's all striped the way it's supposed to be, the stop bar is in the wrong spot as it is right now. It will be moved over into the travel lane. The stop sign, you really don't want to put a stop sign in the middle of the road right there. So the stop sign will stay as it is, but the stop bar will be moved over.
what do you mean when you say stop bar?
The stop bar, the big white line,
Oh, okay.
that's now,
And it'll make more sense once they put in the parallel parking.
Yeah, it will.
You know, right now, it is really confusing, because if you come by the Mason's Lodge, it's like, all right, I should be in this lane, but then you get to the middle, it's like, oh, maybe I should be in this lane.
Yeah.
We're not enforcing that right now until we get the top striping. So,
But
it
it's
is,
okay if I just walk in the road, because now
Absolutely.
we've lost our,
now, don't get right in the middle of the yellow line and walk in the road.
right.
Chief Hill, that's a jaywalking ticket, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just gonna do the back road.
And I've never wrote one of those in my career, so I'd be,
You'd be the first.
yeah,
Maybe out there like this.
Can we add a stop sign on the left so that this one's way over here, but you also, I know it's not in the correct lane, but don't some intersections have stop signs on both sides so that visibility is better? Can we do that at those two stops?
I'm gonna look to, Jamie for that, because I don't know the laws behind that or the codes
It's
on that.
it's not illegal to do that, and that's something that we can look at depending on Larry's property and all right there and what we have.
Then Debbie, we had talked about eventually, when this park is done, there should be sidewalks. You know, the goal is, what I love about this area is, I could come from my house or to that park, to City Square, to an event, to the festival, and to get everyone safely, people are gonna go from the park and stroll up. I wish we could walk to the, ice cream shop too, you know, so it's just keeping all that in mind when the roads are being done and the park's being done, that we've got a way to walk the kids from the park up to City Square. You know, it'd be nice to go all the way to the ice cream shop too, but at least up to City Square, and then we've got the crosswalk across the Four Brothers. So just a thought, keeping.
So I have two comments about that. First of all, sort of related, you challenged me, excuse me, on Facebook, I think it was, and then in person a couple times, about the walking sidewalk over there. So I talked to the city manager, and she said, oh, no, there's a sidewalk, and I said, I'll bet you. So we shook on it, we bet lunch, we drive over there. I won, because I followed your lead.
And I still owe her a lunch.
Just saying. So thank you. We probably should invite you. Yeah, you know, do you think it's more appropriate, instead of parallel parking, to make a sidewalk there? I know it might be too late to be asking that question, but I don't know. What do you think about that?
As far as taking the parallel parking out and putting sidewalk,
Mm-hmm.
I know there has been talks about sidewalk whenever that property gets developed, which, if that ever happens, you won't have a big ditch right there no more, so you'll have plenty of room for sidewalk. That's not really my call to say, yeah, we can do sidewalk.
I just think it's important. I know I would bring my grandkids to the park, and then we're gonna go to Houston Coffee, just like we do with the park across the street that we've talked about as well. You have a festival, the parking is gonna be right there. The sidewalk is gonna get used for the park to our little town. I think it's important.
We'll, let us talk to our engineer, he's not here tonight, but let us talk to our engineer about that and see, what we can do to solve that.
Aren't you gonna have that parking garage right here too? That you use both, that's the same area you're talking about?
The corner, and I know you didn't come to talk tonight, but that is your baby.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question, I was
We could
taking a
do
note.
sidewalks and a golf cart path.
Is that what the parking garage is gonna be?
The parking deck.
That you need both the parallel parking and the parking garage?
If we had a parking deck, I agree, I don't see that we would need parallel parking there. So we gotta, Tina's working on getting the park going. I'm always looking for ideas for the parking deck. And, once Larry's garage is completed, you've seen the pictures, hopefully, there's definitely sidewalks for that one.
So if a family comes and parks in the parking deck, what's their safety to get into the park? I mean, I'm the walker, so I can walk from my house to that store, but people are gonna come visit City Square, and so what's the safety from the parking deck, Larry's garage to the park, to City Square, to support all the businesses and whatnot?
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a four-way stop.
Yeah, there will be
It is.
yeah, we'll enhance that by putting the crosswalk, safely there. And that will come as soon as the parking deck and so forth, when we have more, walkability. I know you wanted to say something.
I was just gonna say, the plan on the park side right now is to have a bridge over that little creekish
An
area, I
actual
guess,
bridge.
yeah. Creek you don't see. To the park property, so that you could go from the parking area straight to the, park area.
Are people able to park on the gravel now?
Hmm?
So you think
It's
you need
open
that
right
parallel
now.
parking even with the gravel lot?
Well, we have been keeping it or fenced or gated, because we've had some issues with folks going down there and just,
We would love to leave it open.
Yeah,
We
but-
just have some people that take advantage of it
we
and
put a light
trash
out there
it.
too to kind of help, but,
What, it's been donuts there?
mhm.
Well, and trash it, they get
That's cool.
alcohol down
Yeah, and, they get in the bag there and
there. Go have a ranger.
enjoy themselves, so.
We used to hang out at Kmart parking lot.
Well, we don't have a Kmart.
Well, now it's the push and grab
No,
parking lot.
nobody does now.
No, nobody does now.
And, oh, there it is.
I don't know if that's the final version, but that's originally, that came along with like the environmental assessment.
Yeah,
And so you can see there does appear to be a sidewalk along.
yeah, I'm gonna ask the engineering about that. But I will tell you this, Lisa. One of the main things as soon as the mayor came on is to get a master plan. We are working with that right now. They just approved it. And, they are actually gonna be working with us in the next couple of weeks to start working on the logistics. And our biggest goal is to find ways, what part of the city do we need, sidewalks, good curb appeal, so forth, and we have a team that's gonna help us, and, a consultant that's gonna help us. So we're excited about that we wanna encourage people to walk. We wanna encourage people to use their golf carts, and not to use their vehicles. And we wanna make this a community where you can work, live, and play. So, we're working on that. The mayor's been working on that since day one, and it's just now coming to where we're having our first beginning meetings.
Isn't it true that, if it passes, we could use T-Splosh money for curbs and improve the roads like that?
And that's what we put down.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm old and forgetful, so I've got three things. So if I forget before I get to all three, creek, due diligence, and golf carts.
Creek, due diligence, and
And
golf cart, okay?
So if we get to
So we got-
talking
I
and
got
I
you.
forget,
I got you.
so, number one, I want to commend Mayor Martin and Councilman David Brown, and I understand Mr. Wheeler had a role in this too. before, when we would have 8 inches of rain on Deer Creek Trail, the last time 8 inches of rain fell, we lost part of the road, the embankment on either side of the road, so much so that the water pipe was exposed on one side. And we had brought that to the attention of 3 mayors and councils beforehand, because it was a massive safety issue. We had a 12-inch log, 8 foot long, in the middle of the road one time. Mayor, I'm gonna try not to get emotional. Mayor Martin went to GEMA, and David Brown, and I think y'all walked all the retention ponds and that pond over there, the fishing pond. And I went to sleep the other night when that hurricane was coming through, knowing that at least my neighbors had warning signs now, so that they wouldn't drive through a road embankment that had eroded, or a road that was off, or water that was 2 feet high and hit a log in the middle of the road. Thank you for listening to your constituents and putting their well-being at the top of the list and doing something about it. Thank you for that.
You're all welcome, Scott, and I would like to say, first of all, safety is always going to be first. But it takes a village. It took all of these people up
Yes.
here, plus other council members that are not here. So I appreciate the compliment. I will pass it along to the council members that are not here, but it truly takes all these people. And
To put it in perspective, we had over 11 inches of rain in 2 days.
Oh, yeah.
And that culvert still had about an inch or two before it would have reached capacity. So I know it was y'all's hard work, and my neighbors they dig tires and black pipe out of that thing all the time. But they can only do so much, and now I feel like something has been done, and my neighbors are safe now.
Mhm.
That was great.
Can I make a comment on that?
Yeah.
So Jamie comes with a great knowledge of stormwater, from Brazelton. He worked there for almost 19 years.
Okay.
And so he's changing our whole dynamic when it comes to stormwater. He has already been talking to, the village, Wildflower.
Mhm.
And, he has walked out there with them to show them exactly what to do. They've got.
That dam overtopping is still.
Yes, and they've got a timeline on when they have
Okay.
to get that fixed.
Good.
But he's been out there several times. We've had, several meetings with them, so we're getting that fixed as well, and I think that will help.
Yes.
And then, like I said too, before the storm even happened, Dangy immediately was going to any spot that he felt like, needed attention, and he got his crew on it. And I said something to him one day. I said, we need to go look at Deer Creek. He goes, I've already done it. I said, okay. So when I say he's full of knowledge, we're blessed to have him.
Yeah, so that's number one. Number two, due diligence. And I'm not sucking up. I'm just trying to give credit where credit
We don't
is
mind.
due. And, we've had 2 retreats in this room, one in March, I think, and one yesterday. And
We've had 3.
3. Well, maybe I've been to 2.
yeah, because remember our last one, the executive lasted so long.
Oh, that's right, yes.
And I think you were going fishing.
Yes,
Okay.
I can only sit around and do nothing for so long. But for the 2 that I've attended, I've lived in this city for 34 years. I've sat in some of those seats up there. But since 2014, I haven't kept minutes of every meeting, but I would swear on my life that in the 2 meetings that I've attended, there's been more due diligence, more questions asked about issues facing this city than in the 10 years prior to that. So thank y'all for being involved, doing the research, asking the questions, and truly seeking solutions that are in the best interest of all of our citizens. I can't thank y'all enough for that. That has been my number one issue in this city, and it's happened. And I don't know if people are watching this online or not, but we need to let them know what a great group we have that are really working hard to do what's best. Yes. Yes. It's fine, it's about finding the solution and not taking anything personal. It's about the process and finding what's the right solution for everybody.
I know I feel proud to live here with you guys.
Yeah.
I feel like we're in safe hands.
Yeah.
You know, I trust what's going on. I think that's why people aren't here, because they trust you all.
But I got asked to be on the county's comprehensive plan steering committee. And for the first time in years, I took pride in being able to say, we've got a great group that are trying to do what's right. So you can forget about what's happened in the past. And there was a sense of pride in that. I wouldn't have been able to say that prior to, so thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
And, I know, because a lot of people think I'm a jerk, but that's okay. I'm just trying to seek, they think I'm a jerk. But I'm just trying to seek what's in the best interest of everybody.
Right.
Jerry knows it.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it doesn't bother me, that's the good news. Third thing, golf cart. Golf, thank you. See, if I don't write it all down, I forget. This godforsaken Publix. While it's a wonderful place, and we love it, my beloved spouse thinks you need a golf cart to go to Publix now.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to buy a golf cart.
You had a Bronco.
I've still got it, but it only goes 15 miles an hour. I had to have one that my wife felt comfortable. That's the Bronco. I've got that, but it only goes 15 miles an hour, and it doesn't have brake lights and turning signals and windshield. And so, because we're rule followers, got our golf cart. She drives the Publix now. You got to do that. So what I'm asking for, there are certain golf cart signs on Peachtree Road and over there on that Twin Lakes Boulevard. If it's not too much, put one down our way, because we've got, now that my wife's doing it, other people want to do it.
Yep.
And so we come out of, there's no sidewalk, so we're on the road. And that's a 35-mile-an-hour road on a good day.
Right.
And so our little golf cart, Shears goes 25, really 23, but I told her 25. And so far, nobody's flipped her off. Nobody's tried to bump her off the way. Everybody's been really polite. They've stayed behind us. But it's just, that's a curvy road. And at 35, it's not a big deal. At 55, it's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how much those signs are. I'd be willing to contribute something to get it there, but I would even go out there and, yeah, or just one that's, golf cart entering roadway, or more, I don't know what, up the road there. Yeah.
We got some signs there too.
Yes, there's.
But we got more signs that are coming. You wanna tell them your idea of what you're trying to do?
I've reached out to our sign guy.
Okay.
As far as the cart crossing signs.
Yes.
At Crestwind entrance. We're gonna try to put flashing signs that flash 24/7,
Yeah.
yellow, right there.
I can't contribute for that. But I can contribute for
no.
the other side.
But the other signs farther down, closer to y'all, I mean, that won't be a problem installing
Okay.
signs that say slow,
Are you gonna do that wildflower too? Where wildflower comes down to the road?
That's a dangerous one right there.
Right.
Cause it's right around the curve.
We're not in Wildflower, but we village at Michigan, so you right across from the park, so we would come out that way. And, you know, the first time we did it, I went ahead and drove behind my husband, I can see what it feels like, and I'll slow down. Yeah.
We did the same thing.
But, you know, that's still the best way to get the public, obviously, on the golf cart, not that I need to too much.
Yeah, you're right, because that curve's very dangerous.
Well, I've witnessed the wreck right there too before, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe right before that curve, for the cars to see.
Right past the power station.
Coming, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Coming out of Wildflower.
it's dangerous. I mean, we can
And
look
actually,
at,
I think a lot of folks in that neighborhood have golf carts, because I'll see them come down past the park, and I think they're all living in Wildflower when I see those cars. So, it's just for you,
Are people slowing down on that road any? I mean, y'all patrol it pretty regularly.
Yeah, actually, it's getting harder and harder to write tickets over there.
Oh, is it?
unfortunately.
Good.
So, yeah,
I just
they-
noticed.
which is what the law is designed for. I better turn this on, so, you're not out there to write tickets for revenue.
Right.
You know, people think you are, you're out to do it for revenue. You're out there to get them to obey the law. And so they're finally figuring out, you know, that we add more and more officers and more people sit out there. And they're like, oh, we better slow down as soon as you cross that bridge or as soon as you turn on Peachtree. So it is getting harder and harder to write a citation out there because lawfully we have to give them 10 miles an hour, which is 45 miles an hour over. And we give them a little bit more than that, but it's getting harder and harder to write a citation out there because people do know we sit out there so much.
Like I said, we haven't really, the hardest part is waiting to get out.
Oh, yeah.
Because my wife doesn't want to pull out, like in a car, she might would pull out when they're down there by the
Right.
there. But now she's like my daughter when she was learning to drive. Oh, they're coming around that curve, I'll just wait.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, the people behind you would like to go. Anyway, so, but I've just noticed, nobody's been rude, I mean,
Yeah.
nobody's been rude, nobody, so, but it,
You have to have patience with this, not go somewhere else.
Well, today would have probably been a different story since we had Highway 53 shut down for the gas main break because we were sending everybody down there. Yes, ma'am. So we had nowhere else to send them. We had to send tractor trailers and all down that road. Yeah, we had no other choice. It was a bad place. I think that would fall under entrapment, so we let them slide. Mm-hmm. No, we get them going to the ball fields and running the stop signs all the
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
But they have calmed down where you sit.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Along Peachtree Road.
Yeah, that was the running thing for a while. Just watch out, Houston's gonna be on Peachtree Road. So now we all just try and move around and do what we can do.
I think it's working.
Oh, yeah.
At least my experience, I think it's working, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, again, mayor's working on a master plan for the entire city, that's gonna include life paths and, so forth. It's gonna take care of every road. We're gonna look at every individual road to see what needs. Obviously, we know Peachtree is gonna be a heavy road for a golf cart. The whole city's gonna be it. That's the new thing now, is to get a golf cart. We went and got a golf cart too, and we use it in downtown Brazelton to go eat, shop, whatever. So it's definitely the new trend for sure. So we're gonna do that, and Dr. Jerry White's actually working on, he's gonna start working on our ordinance for the golf cart. It's not up to date, so we're gonna work on that. And Scott, I hate to tell you this, but y'all are about to get some homework too in planning and zoning.
Okay.
We're
I
gonna.
like homework.
Yeah, we're the mayor has requested that we go through all of our old ordinances and bring them before planning and zoning for y'all to look through first. And so the golf cart will be one of the first ones, but we're gonna thoroughly go through that book and so.
I think it's a good idea because some that were changed pretty arbitrarily.
Yeah, and there's some that just doesn't
They don't suit our city anymore.
It's outdated.
Yeah.
So, so that's one thing that we're excited about the Planning and Zoning Board, looking at and helping us make good and wise decisions. So that'll be coming soon.
Jamie, I wanted to ask you a question about the lights. The flashing lights that you're talking about for the golf cart now, that's on Peach Street? Yeah. Okay. Are we still looking at for Twin Lakes Boulevard? That's not for Crescent, that's for people coming in on Twin Lakes and leaving Twin Lakes to get to the light. I'm still looking over there as well.
I was still waiting to see if the road has been deeded over, it was private.
It
It
was,
wasn't Stevie Street.
Oh, yeah, that's why.
Yeah, but they're deeding the road over, have you got anything on that yet? Their goal is to get,
Is to deed the, Twin Lakes Boulevard over to us by the end of the year. And then once that happens, then we can do more, safety, because that's a concern for me. It's dark over there. I don't know if, many of y'all have gone over it with your golf carts yet, but, it's dark and it needs to be enhanced for sure, the safety.
I
Yeah.
prefer to have the lights on, flashing all the time,
Mm-hmm.
not just coming up to the, the golf cart
Yeah.
crossing. I want them on all the time.
Yeah.
So people slow down right there. We're right before.
And we've looked at Jamie, has looked at, different options too we've looked at the lights that go all the way across and stay on the whole time and just different signage and stuff, but, everything costs money and we've got to be really creative.
Jamie found something kind of cool, which I didn't even know they had. I would call them runway lights.
Yeah.
What are they called?
Don't put me on the spot.
Oh.
I can't remember exactly the correct term, but you install them in the roadway, so, and they're facing traffic at an angle, but they're flush them out with the asphalt. And you either have a sensor that picks up people walking towards it, that automatically cut them on, or you can have the head button, like normal crosswalks you can push. But they're really bright, and they go across a whole lot of traffic.
Don't ask how much.
Oh, they're a lot.
About 20,000.
For how many?
One crosswalk that was quoted, both lanes of traffic, with flashing signs, and sensors was about 50.
Oh.
No,
I can get on that pad, get some.
Okay.
I didn't hear you. Just stand out there and.
Well, look, Jamie, I got half of you lit up.
That's right.
See if Miguel can get us to hook up on that. He might. Yeah, I wonder if he got somebody.
But y'all wanna ask us any questions? Okay.
not related. So one of them is, the public works building, 4,000 square building going over behind the tennis court in Jackson. How's that coming along, and then when will we expect it to be open? And then just next, does anyone know about how many vehicles we'll see coming in and out from 8 to 4 every day?
Good question. So the have you seen the building?
I saw it go up.
Oh, good. So you won't, it's not like you would think there's gonna be like a lot of heavy equipment and stuff. It's gonna be, the guys stay on the road constantly. They're not sitting at the plant or anything. They're constantly on the roads. So it's gonna be the same concept as what it is now. We have in Public Works, how many vehicles do you have? That's it. So that's all you're gonna see. And then, the building should be done, no later than around Christmas.
We're shooting for Christmas.
Yeah.
It's
So,
mostly gonna be a place to put the tractors and the bush hogs and all that.
that's it.
right?
Yeah, it's Public Works
Oh, yeah,
only.
I think I had talked to Dr. Weiss and we got switched to somebody else, so I knew it was going. And is it gonna be the whole service center and office and storage? Because at one point they were painting the road and tying into the sewer taps along my street. So it's the whole shebang.
It'll basically be for me and my guys. Eventually, I will have an office out of there. But we will be storing the water meters, water pipe for any main leaks, anything for pump stations that we need, and all of the equipment that we use that's currently at the wastewater plant will be moved over to this building. All the equipment, as of right now, will be sitting inside, so you will not see it sitting out behind tennis courts and all. You will see vehicles, city trucks sitting out, so.
Did they work out the sewer issue? At one point, they flagged every sewer tap all along Capitol Drive, which you might have to tie in one of them, and they were gonna try, it wouldn't be too obstructive, and they would cut it in and hopefully it wasn't street, so is that not gonna happen?
No, we're gonna do
No.
septic tanks. Yeah, because there's not much plumbing down there. It was,
You weren't sure, I just,
yeah.
when the surveyors were out there, it was like, okay, now what's that?
yeah,
Just gonna go
no.
in the woods.
Hey, I did,
Dig a hole, put it out.
yeah. And then there's gonna be a tall fence as well, so, for security purposes. That does.
I'm curious when they're standing in front of my house and the surveyor's going, well, it's gonna see if the sewer would work.
Yeah, yes. So we don't have to do that now, so that's good. Y'all, we can't let this whole night go and not ask you a question. Our building inspector. He's been super quiet. Y'all have any questions for him? He does all the COs he can tell you about Kroger, what's going on with Kroger, he can tell you anything you wanna know about any commercial going on or, residential. Chick-fil-A's coming?
That's what I heard.
Oh. I haven't heard that, but,
Going around now, you gotta do it.
well,
I have not heard that. I have not seen
We
there's
haven't
not been
either.
a permit or anything for that.
McDonald's is coming. Yeah.
But they won't have Big Macs for a while. You know there was food poisoning, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the big thing right now, it's food poisoning in that.
This way?
In Big Macs, you
What?
get food poisoning.
Oh, is that right?
That's
The
what-
hamburger patties used in Big Macs.
Yes.
So, I think, can you update us on what's happening at the Kroger site, besides breaking the gas line?
Nothing exciting has happened at Kroger yet. They haven't really started any of their inspections. They just today were worrying about getting their water meters to get tied in to water, so they are coming along, but I would be surprised if they're less than 9 months out or something like that anyway at this point, so.
I have a question. So let's assume you have a house that's 30 years old. And it's a two-story house, and it's got a sump pump in it that's been there since it was built. Would the assumption be that the septic tank is the size needed for both the bathroom downstairs and upstairs?
I would probably not make that assumption, especially if it was 30 years old.
Well, I know, but